You're listening to the Droematic Show podcast.
Welcome back to the Droematic Show podcast. This is episode 2. Droematic here, J-Dub, Ty, and we actually have a special guest in the studio today. We're going to be talking about exotic dancers. We have Blaire in the building with us. She's going to do a really cool interview for people who want to get into the industry of exotic dancing and all of that good stuff. All right, so let's just get right into it. Blaire, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, my name is Blaire. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Grifton. Real exciting. We have one stoplight and we got flooded out and currently do not have a grocery store.
Yeah. Blaire is a exotic dancer. Blaire, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over to J-Dub. He's just going to ask you a few questions here, and then we're just going to rock and roll with that. So J-Dub, if you don't mind, sir, let's go ahead and get this interview jumping.
Indeed. So I remember how we met the other night.
Yeah.
I was dancing. You came up, tried to tip me.
Right.
Oh, the other way, my bad.
J-Dub, you were dancing, and she was actually tipping you.
Yeah.
Oh, I make it rain now.
Oh my goodness.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's
Blaire.
That's what I'm talking about.
Catch them outtakes. You see me twerk.
I don't know if you're ready for it.
All right, Blaire. So getting in this industry, how did this happen? How did you get into the industry?
Well, I've been dancing since I was in about 6th grade, and I really enjoyed it to the point where I became a dance teacher. Now, I had aged out once I got into high school, and I still had my passion. I was going through a little bit of depression and anxiety to the point where I had to get involuntarily committed to the psychiatric hospital at Vidant, which I realized it's all up to me. My life is what I make it, and I wanted to get out of the house. I'd been through the college and the party scenes altogether, and it did nothing for me. It got old, it got redundant. I wanted to live my passion out again. Wanted to get out of the house in a way that didn't seem for no reason. So it's like, hey, why not go and dance for people? You love that. And at that, make money with it. There's something better.
Yeah. So you just walked into the club?
Yes. And actually, I was in there with my friends. The first time I had ever been into a strip club was last Halloween. Now I was 19 years old. Always wanted to go to a strip club. Had a weird fascination with it. I got my friends to actually go out with me. And ever since that day, that exact night, my first night walking into a strip club, the owner approached me. I said, I want to be a dancer. And that's where it all started.
No shit.
The next time I went in there, I was a dancer.
Same club you're working at now?
Exact same one.
And you've never worked in another club in another city?
I actually have. I've been through Virginia and, well, mainly more cities and states. Virginia was a good experience. Raleigh, Charlotte was interesting, and also Jacksonville. That was a switch-up scene, but they also are pretty lively, so I enjoyed that. But it's always back to the home roots of Greenville.
Yeah. And Charlotte's pretty popular, though.
It
A lot of opportunities.
is. It depends on the people that are there at the time.
You spoke kind of about high school when you did. Did you go to college also?
Yes, I completed high school and I went on to a private cosmetology school. From there, I transferred to a community college so I could have more diversity. Took a break, so I was having a little bit I needed to address before moving forward in my life.
So who's the crazy stalker person in your club life?
Wow. They're actually from Grifton. So I was casually chilling in my car at my parents' house, smoking a cigarette like I usually do, just finding a quiet space. And I noticed a slow rolling truck. And I'm like, and surely enough, they're just like visiting someone in the neighborhood. Nope, they were trying to visit me. And they sat there for about 5 minutes. And my hair was not done, so I tried to ease the seat back like, all right, you can sit here, but you're not gonna see me. And then as the time rolled by, I was like, wait a minute, you're not going anywhere. I was like, you know what, I got this. So I pulled out my phone, I started recording, I was like, zoom, 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 zoomed in. And actually, I saw them at the club that following Thursday. I approached them and I said, do you live by my house very slow? Of course they were like, no, I didn't do that. Not at all. I was like, yeah, sure, because I got a video right here.
You handled about being up front.
You have to be. There's no better way to be or else it's just going to keep happening.
So there's horror stories out there, though.
Yeah, I always have concerns about that. My parents are more worried than I am because I know in any situation, like I said, you have the control for it. So if I'm ever confronted with a situation where I would be worried, I would be assertive in it and definitely bend that around to what I need it to be.
So how does your family feel about it?
They did not want me to do that. They had a lot of things running through their mind. Oh, this could go wrong, this could go wrong. But I've always been the outspoken type. What I want to do, no one can stop me from that. I need my happiness. No one can take that from me. The first night dancing. Of course they didn't want me to do it. I'm 20, I live at home. I'm the baby, you know? No matter how old you are. So, my way to prove to them, because money is somewhat of a good value. The next day, I walked up to my mom, I said, in a very concerned voice, Mom, will you come to my room? And so she ran upstairs with the hustle, and I laid in my bed as if something was wrong. But nothing was wrong at all. I pulled out my money bag and all of my ones were there. I didn't catch anything else. And she was just like, well, how was it? I was like, it was great. I'm going back tomorrow.
Did your mom go?
No, I keep asking her to go. She's like, I don't know, Blaire. What would I do in a strip club? I'm too old. I'm like, watch your daughter rave the stage. Come watch me. I'll probably pull you on stage. Right behind me.
So Blaire, are you the only child?
I'm not the only child. I have a stepsister and her name's Elena. She's 12 years old. She's great. Very introverted. Very fun also.
Now, as to your little stepsister, like, does she know what you do for a living? Does she actually understand, or have you been keeping a secret from her?
Despite the age difference, my sister is very intelligent. She was like, Blaire, you either have to have a sugar daddy or be a stripper. And now, I don't want to be a bad influence to her because I can see where that would come from. You know, it's not meant for everybody.
Does she understand why you do it?
She understands why I do it only because I love it, not because I need it.
Right.
So she thinks I'm just doing what I love, which is actually very true.
So if you weren't an exotic dancer right now, like, what would you be doing at the age of 20? Are you 20 or 22?
I'm 20.
You're 20.
Yeah.
So if you weren't dancing right now, like, what would you be doing? Like, right now, this very moment, like, in your lifetime.
Okay, right now, if I was not dancing, I would be at home thinking of a way to improve my life and my happiness, thinking of a way to grow, thinking of a way to have fulfillment for my life that brings me joy and success at the same time.
Now, you touched on something else a lot about your mental health and your mental state of mind.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit more about that. Like, I mean, like, did that come stem from things like in your past, like where, you know, no support system, or what started with that? Like, where did all those problems start coming from?
I think it mainly started, well, times have changed. You know, it's 2018, everything's fine. Anything is acceptable. What you want to do is fine. Just do you. Back in the day, you know, there was a lot of judgment passed from everybody as it wasn't promoted as much. So I felt like I was in a box that I couldn't get out of.
What do you mean by that? Explain that to me now.
A box as in I need to be reserved, to be accepted, but I was never for acceptance. So that weighed in heavy on me, being myself.
I feel like you may have been a black sheep of your family to that extent, or not?
Yes, I think I was a black sheep in any room, but I lived for it. And it's something that I had to get used to and learn how to work in my favor so that I could grow as a person.
So I guess in your young years, like going to school and things like that, I mean, do you feel like you were like an outcast?
I was an outcast to a certain degree of freedom, but I was accepted by all, even if it was not said. So I had my peace within myself.
Right. And also, Blaire, you look a little exotic. What's your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay. I can
Sure.
Yeah. I'm mixed with white and Italian, and my stepdad is from Trinidad, so I have a little bit of
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
footwork.
Trini.
If you had some advice for somebody, not kids, but if somebody played you as an actress in a movie, what would you tell them? How would you tell them to prepare?
The best thing that I could say for preparation is meditate so that you can find yourself better and really be prepared to walk that out and be there in that moment and be yourself and not let anything hold you back. Not a single thing, not even yourself.
What about like the physical side?
The physical side?
I can tell you I can climb a pole.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna stay up there. But I'm gonna hit that pole, bro.
So you got some tricks up your sleeve, John?
Yeah, I got a few.
You can go upside down if you wanted to.
Yeah. My holding the pole.
So by you actually with your exotic skill set, what would your name be in the club? You got a name?
Chocolate Thunder.
Chocolate.
I'll be the lightning.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get that lightning. So what you gonna be?
Nothing.
No.
I tried that and it's hard work. I commend you Yep, swirling on that pole is no joke.
So, are you saying you tried that, Tom? What are we talking about here? I mean, did you like a little audition, like a Players Club type thing? Or
No, I would actually, if I had the, not saying mobility, but if I knew exactly how to finesse the pole like David, I probably would be.
It's not all about the pole.
It's not, I mean, no, you have to have some type of expertise on that pole.
So, you got pole at home?
No, I went to pole fitness.
Like, if you dance for your man, what would you do?
I mean, it's good.
Make that ass clap.
I mean, it's good as far as like dancing. I'm not just labeling it as pole,
Right.
But that pole plays a major, part of that.
And actually, I don't ever really use the pole that much. I mainly just wear a support system so I can twerk it out. But it's mainly just feeling the music.
So that scar on your leg, did you get that from?
No, I did not. Once I was released from the hospital, I decided to go off with my antidepressant all at once. And I had a major flip out. And I wanted to harm my parents because I was so mad, but
They got that bad?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Deep down inside, I knew that's not what I truly wanted. But I had such a rage come over me that I needed to get my aggression out. And I was like, I'm not going to hurt anybody from the hurt that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So if I really need to get it out, do what you've got to do. But you're not going to harm anybody else in the situation that you're feeling because that's not their fault. And I immediately regretted it because I do modeling. It's not cute to see in a
What type of modeling do you do?
I've been doing modeling since I was 13. I do all kinds of modeling. I love it all. It's an art to me, and I love the arts.
Okay.
So do you see yourself winging away from your dance profession?
I see myself winging away only if I decide not to do it anymore. The day that I feel as if it's not making me happy is the day that I'll stop and I'll just find something else to replace my happiness, something that I truly love.
Do you consider yourself an artistic person?
I consider myself a creative person and an expressive person. So I guess, yes.
So, Blaire, another question. Going to people who actually wants to, start a career in exotic dancing, what would you tell them? What are some of the pros and some of the cons about that?
Some of the pros and the cons of dancing are you get to do what you love, but you also do that at others' expense. It's a very competitive environment to be in, and it's something that you need to be very strong-minded and sure of yourself. Because if you're not, everyone will know, and they will chew you out, and before you know it, you've lost your happiness.
Now, the night that I was there with you made quite a substantial. Do the girls get jealous? One girl make more than the other? Or is there like any confrontation y'all go through dealing with that?
Yes and no. It's mainly passive aggressive because we're around each other so much. Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't speak on them. But for me, when I see somebody making a good amount of money on stage, I'm like, great. The crowd's loving it. They're feeling it. It's time for me to try to take it to the next level so that I can get what I want out of it. For me, it's encouraging. For others, it can be disencouraging.
Do a lot of the dancers try to drink some alcohol? Or
There's a lot of stuff that goes on.
And not for them per se, but do they do it just because they need to release that stress and feel more comfortable doing what they're doing?
Right. Not everybody does it because they love it. Some people do it because it's the easiest way to form some money, some good money in your hands. So they might need to take the edge off a little bit. They may feel nervous before getting on stage. You don't know what you're going to do until you get up there.
Yeah.
So to relieve a little bit of anxiety, some may resort to drugs, alcohol, anything.
So now, Blaire, you're almost about to say that there's so many things that go on into the strip club. You want to elaborate a little bit more about that? Tell us about the Chardonnay room. Tell me a little bit about that. Have you ever experienced it? And there's certain things that you enjoy when you ever have to go to the Chardonnay room, or have you ever been invited to take someone to the Chardonnay room?
I have not yet, just because the club that I'm at, that's not where people usually spend their money. It's usually a private dance or two, because we have a 2 for $40 special. I have in other clubs seen the room, and it's very nice, but it's a rare occasion that you get in there.
Now, there's one other question I want to talk to you about. The clients. you get the regulars. Like, tell me about those. Like, these guys, are they mostly married, or what's going on with them? And like, how does the relationship take place if you guys were to go outside the club? Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, for starters, I never go outside of the club with my clients because that's all that they are. And I've learned that it isn't just married people that go in there. You get a vast majority of people, and they're all in there for different needs. You can get a private dance, and they just want to talk. You just have to wear your
Just talk about the problems and things like that. Like, how do you keep it just a straight face and just talk to them about like the problems? So you just want to, get a couple of dollar bills. Like, they'll just actually pay you while they're talking, just talking about the problems. They just want to throw money out at you.
For me, it's a bit different because I chose to do this for my own happiness and getting myself out of the house. So I'm not there just for the money.
What about just going to the farm park or Busch Gardens or something like that?
That's not my thing because I know it's probably going to be a bit hot and I'm not trying to stand in line.
Yeah.
You gotta the other way around. Like I said, my stage name is also Blaire. And when people
So you actually go by your...
Yeah, I told them, my name's Blaire. They're like, no, what's your real name? I'm like, it's Blaire. No, what's your real name? I'm always Blaire. So having conversations with them, it's never hard because I'm always myself. If I'm not really feeling it, it's apparent. If I am, well, okay, I'm here.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Droematic Show Podcast, Episode 2. Now, we're just going to jump right into it, to Rhea's War of the Facts music report. Basically, for this particular segment, she goes over things that happen in the music industry as well as celebrity news. So, with that being said, Rhea, go ahead and jump into that. What's going on?
Okay, so as you guys know, Fabolous. Trending in the news with the domestic dispute with him and M. Everyone's kind of upset that Emily and him is back together.
So she already took him back like this fast.
Yeah, and they saying that she's dropping charges and they're working on their family. I mean, in a way, as far as the domestic, no one really knows what went on. All we know is the media show a video clip, and it wasn't very long and it wasn't very detailed, but it's a lot of people who have a lot of backlash, like Emily is stupid for taking him back as early.
Have they ever had a history of like violence in their relationship?
I've never heard anything.
How long have they been together? They've been holding it down for quite a minute.
For some time now. They have 2 children. Her previous daughter, which is kind of like his daughter.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard, she loved him. I'm pretty sure he loved her and the kids. And
how does the dad feel about the situation? Has anyone talked to him since they actually reconciled?
I haven't seen anything. I did a little research on it, but I really didn't dig too much because, again, you can't trust what you see in the media. And it's not like I talked to Fab or M myself to get...
What are they saying is going on? I'm unfamiliar with the news.
They saying that he punched her 2 teeth out.
Oh, wow.
He made some communicative threats to her dad, and it was all caught on video. But again, it was just a small clip, and we didn't see the details beyond that one little scene. So,
gotcha. That's definitely interesting. I hope they figure it all out so we can really know the truth here.
Right, and just for the sake of the kids, as a family. And it's kind of hard in the urban community. A lot of the kids don't have their fathers in the household, so.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard.
Yeah, Fabolous, he's a really cool dude, man. I've been listening to his music. I've been rocking with him for a minute, man.
Me too. And, big fan. I think he's one of the most underrated rappers.
I wouldn't say he's underrated. I think people respect his ability. I think they respect his ability.
I don't think he gets as much credit as he should.
When was the last time he came out with an album?
Well, he had Summertime Shootout and Summertime Shootout 2.
When did he drop that? Was that sometime last year?
About a year or 2. Then he had the Young OG project, which was very nice.
Was that independent or who's Fab signed with now?
I'm not sure. I know he has his own street family.
Is he actually run his own label?
I'm not sure.
But I think Fab actually got a bunch of things going on. He actually has a potato chip.
Them shits is good.
They good? What's the name of them? I haven't tried any. Are they even in North Carolina?
Yeah, they are.
New Yorkers are killing them chips,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Killing
Them some
them
good chips.
What's the name of the bag? What should I be looking out for?
It's wavy snacks, I think.
Wavy snacks. Yeah, I gotta check those
Wrap
out.
snacks, something like that.
I've heard of rap snack. I really want to try one. I feel
Got
like
the
I'll start
Subway full
after.
of crumbs and chips.
Yeah.
Then you have also the Nicki and Cardi B.
What's going on with Nicki? Now she's back in the news, man. She's just been so quiet these last couple of months. What's going on with her?
She dropped the Chun-Li and Barbie Tings, which is pretty decent. And then you have Cardi, who dropped her Invasion of Privacy album.
Yeah, that's doing really good right now on the charts.
It's a really nice
Both
album.
of them are doing good.
I
Just
just
stop messing with Nicki though. I'll tell you that.
I feel like it's enough room for both women to, embrace their success without people making it more so a beef or,
So it's not a personal beef between them right now, is it?
I mean, not as far as I know. I mean, you hear Nicki interviews say where she was kind of upset or she felt a way that Cardi didn't give her the proper respect or acknowledgement for doing the track with her. She was more so saying that Nicki changed her verses, and Nicki's like, well, you told me to change the verse, and it's like a big mess. And I feel like it's like a Tupac Biggie, the female version.
So you actually think it was more so deeper than Remy Ma? And
The way the media is making it.
I don't know, they're just both of them are really big right now. Remy Ma, she was on the Love and Hip Hop thing, and I guess she wasn't in the public eye as she was back in the day, but I don't know if
Some time.
yeah, she what was it, like 8? How many years did they give her?
8.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, but man, this thing is probably gonna get interesting with Cardi B and Nicki. Yeah, this is
Yeah, I heard that they that Nicki actually had her verse first on Motorsport, and Cardi got mad at Offset for that and made Offset tell Nicki to change her verse, and then Cardi B's verse was then before Nicki's, which was completely different.
Right. I don't know how that went. I mean, you got two sides and then the truth.
Right.
I just feel like they're both talented women and they both should focus on their music and their goals. And Cardi got her baby and she's potentially gonna get married. And
how many months is Cardi?
no one really knows.
I mean, she's getting pretty big.
Yeah.
She's getting pretty big. Yeah, I would guess maybe about 3 months. I don't know.
Was it your baby?
No, it's not mine. Not this one. I don't think.
Not the pappy.
Not this. I'm not the pappy. I'm not the pappy this time.
We also have Kanye.
What's going on with Kanye, man? This is always something going on with Kanye.
Well, he released some new music. Of course, he's saying that he's a big Trump supporter, and the black community is really not taking it well. But then you have those that don't have the conformity of doing what's normal.
So, I mean, did he just like recently meet with Trump and they had like some type of?
I don't know. They've been had their little thing before this. When what's her name?
They met during the election process too.
Yeah.
But who? You're a star. Or
Yeah.
you're a human.
My conspiracy allegedly is that Kanye is hanging out with Trump because a few years back he said he was going to run for president in 2020.
Oh wow.
At the award show.
Yeah.
Crazy
Right.
ass. Well, if he drop an album and do a speech like he did his last album with that shalama lama 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 shit, he ain't dead, vote, bro.
Have you heard his new song?
Which one?
I can't remember the name, but as soon as it dropped, I went to KanyeWest.com. And the beat, I'm sure he produced it. It was very, very Kanye. And he was like, watch out for this. bars, and he goes, whoopity scoop.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right there.
I think that was a diss on some mumble rappers on the slowest of keys.
Yeah. But Kanye is a genius musically, and I feel like he gets a lot of backlash for his relationship with a Kardashian. And that's what make people say he's in like the sunken place, but
Right, I've heard about that.
Business-wise, I think they're doing pretty good right now.
yeah, I think what hurts Kanye the most is that he don't have that relationship with Jay that he once had.
But see, one thing about that is he has to realize that, Jay-Z is more business-minded. Kanye always looked up as to being a friendship, but Jay was always about friendship. It wasn't about friendship, it was always about business. Mm-hmm. And Kanye, he just seems like he just didn't, he didn't really realize that. I think that's what really hurt him the most. Because they're not even on speaking terms right now, I think he's actually back dealing with Dame.
Kanye's move was so big when he came out as a rapper. He was a backpack rapper. Everybody knew him from Jesus Walks, and now he's.
I grew up on College Dropout.
Yeah, College Dropout was a really, really good album. I
miss that Kanye.
I think the difference between, personally, Kanye and Jay-Z is that Kanye really has that deep, deep passion where it's his actual soul is invested in that. And Jay-Z, don't get me wrong, he loves it too, but he definitely has that business side too.
He brought it back.
Yeah.
He brought it back.
Nothing's like the original though, that dead press.
Yeah.
Nothing's like it.
Reasonable Doubt Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still Jay.
I need another College Dropout from Kanye just so I can reminisce.
Yeah.
Okay, well, J. Cole dropped his album.
J. Cole.
Very hot.
Nice. It's really
What's some of the tracks? Some of the tracks you guys like?
What's it?
ATM.
I like Photograph. What is it? Window Pane.
J. Cole's very talented, but I also love Lil Pump. And I heard there was a couple of disses in the album to Lil Pump, and then Lil Pump got on Instagram and allegedly took J. Cole's advice and bought a house because J. Cole said that he would lose all of his money. So that day he made an Instagram video, bought a house. I think he also bought a new car.
Where's Lil Pump from?
Right, I don't even know too much.
Where's he from?
I'm not sure. I think he's from my heart.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
She caught me on that.
She caught me off guard too.
Hold up.
Does he have a lot of guest appearances on this album, J. Cole?
No. I don't think it wasn't one.
So how many tracks were it, like 12, 13, something like that?
No, probably like, I'm not sure. I think it was like 9 or 10. Let me be sure.
Well, shouts out
I listened to it about 2 or 3 times.
Shouts out to J. Cole, man, North Carolina guy.
Big move.
Who's up?
What else you got going on, Ty? Anything else you want to bring up about the your music report? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay.
That's about all we have.
All right. We appreciate that.
Segment.
Appreciate that. So, again, guys, another good show. Episode 2, man. I'm really getting the feeling of this. You guys get more comfortable with it, more and more.
Yeah.
Y'all like it? And, the listeners and the YouTube viewers, you guys, I really appreciate you guys for being patient with us. We're just learning, a lot of things we're going to work on. Shows will start getting better and better. We'll have more interviews and things like that. I do want to thank Blaire for coming on our second episode today. Coming through
Thanks
here
for having me.
doing her thing. So if you guys want her back, definitely inbox us, let us know. We'll try to get Blaire as much as we possibly can. Blaire, if they need to get in touch with you, any type of business opportunities, shows or anything like that, how can they reach out to you?
Yes, so I have an Instagram and it's at Blaire Hawkins with 2 S's at the end. That's the best way to get up with me.
All right, and you guys, please do not stalk her. She'll just take her phone and she'll just probably view her Instagram and just put it all over. So do not blow her up stalking her or anything like that, because she'll use that phone.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy. She's crazy. All right, that's another show. Guys,
before we wrap it up, if anybody wants to see me get more mic time and sit in the middle, comment.
It was 12 tracks on J. Cole.
12 tracks. So you guys be looking out for that J. Cole album. J. Cole, you definitely need to give us a shout out back to us.
K-O-D.
All right. That's it. Droematic Park shows. Peace.
Rap.
It's out.
You've just listened to the Droematic Show podcast with your host, Droematic.